KTN.
Now, diplomatic visits are usually defined by handshakes and trade deals. But the recent sit-down between Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu and President William Ruto, where they called for cooperation in dealing with youth-led activism, has ignited a firestorm of debate. Is it a broader regional security strategy aimed at promoting stability? Or are East African leaders gradually adopting policies that could suppress opposition and limit democratic freedoms? Jesse Rogers interrogates.
It began with the usual pomp and color of a state visit. But as the cameras rolled, the rhetoric shifted from bilateral trade to synchronized internal control. President Samia Suluhu once hailed for her 4Rs philosophy, which included reform and reconciliation, seemed to offer a different kind of R to President William Ruto: resistance.
Tuka tunazungumza jinsi ya kudeal na hawa watoto wetu watovu wa adabu wanaojiita nani hilo jina hao eti na wenyewe wanajifanya ni hao wa East Africa. Nikamwambia Ruto, we have to send firm on this watovu wa adabu hao. Tusichague wa Tanzania au wa Kenya. Wakija kwangu na chapa mikwaju, wakija kwako chapa mikwaju.
Her remarks targeting the most volatile new variable in East African politics, the Gen Z activists who mobilize, bypassing traditional opposition structures to demand accountability. Civil society institutions have come out to criticize the veiled threats amid calls to defend democracy.
The context was a threat of force against democracy defenders, protesters, and dissenters. William Ruto, present at the event, appeared to endorse a statement, signaling tacit approval for this hardline stance.
The activists further highlight that President Suluhu's idea of democracy should not be normalized.
Kenyans are being told that the same tactics that led to mass murder in Tanzania are acceptable and should be adopted here. They are not, and we shall not be silent, nor shall we allow Suluhu's idea of democracy to be normalized.
Analysts suggest this isn't just friendly advice. It's a regional security strategy aimed at neutralizing dissent before it spreads.
That is not the kind of advice President Ruto could, want to implement in Kenya. Kenyans have made tremendous progress when it comes to, fighting for their rights, fighting for the right of expression, the right to picket, the right to call the government to order.
As President Ruto weighs this advice against the backdrop of domestic pressure, will a more integrated apparatus of state control affect the region's standing with international development partners who prioritize the rule of law and political stability?
If they actually go ahead and, move towards this authoritarian kind of, administration or governance, these investors will be scared of bringing in their money. And because of what we're experiencing, especially as Kenyans, it's a very tough economic climate. Scaring away investors is the last thing our president wants to do.
While the leaders frame it as a shield against instability, critics see a blueprint for a youth containment policy. Only time will tell how the EAC's democratic future will pan out. Jesse Rogers, KTN.